The royal procession honor for the Duchess of Kent. The moment was imbued with profound solemnity as Charles, Prince of Wales, took the lead in the procession to honor the Duchess of Kent. Known for her grace and dedication to royal duties, the Duchess's passing marked the end of an era that touched many within the royal family and beyond. The sight of Charles, flanked by his son William and daughter-in-law Kate, walking steadily in respectful silence, resonated deeply with those gathered. Their presence underscored not only the familial bonds that held them together, but also the weight of tradition carried forward with quiet dignity. Charles's face, usually reserved but warm, reflected a complicated blend of public responsibility and private sorrow. His careful, measured steps mirrored the immense respect he harbored for the Duchess, a figure who had supported the monarch and the family over many decades. William followed closely, his posture embodying the younger generation's reverence for the history and sacrifices made by elders in the royal circle. Kate, ever composed, added an element of youthful strength and compassion, her eyes occasionally revealing the emotion underneath her calm exterior. The absence of Queen Camilla was palpable. Her withdrawal from the procession due to illness was a reminder of the fragility of health even within the highest echelons of society. This unexpected change placed more emotional weight on Charles, William, and Kate, intensifying their role as the faces of this communal act of farewell. Their collective tribute carried a symbolic meaning, signifying continuity amidst change, a torch passed gently yet firmly between generations of the royal family. As the procession advanced through the historic corridors of the palace grounds, onlookers noted the meticulous attention to ceremonial detail. The slow, purposeful movements echoed centuries of tradition, each step reverberating with historical significance. Uniformed guards, respectful and erect, flanked the route while the soft murmur of whispered condolences rippled among gathered guests and family members. This choreography of respect illuminated the deep-rooted customs that underpin royal mourning and remembrance. William and Kate's interaction during the procession spoke volumes without words. At one point, William's slight nod towards Kate was a shared moment of mutual support, a silent reassurance that they were together in this somber duty. These small gestures offered a glimpse into their partnership beyond public roles. Partners united by duty and empathy. Their simultaneous embodiment of strength and vulnerability framed the emotional contours of this day, as they acted not just as royals but as a family navigating personal loss. The procession paused briefly outside the chapel, where soft hymn music filled the air, lending a spiritual dimension to the gravity of the occasion. Charles's gaze lingered momentarily on the exquisite floral arrangements surrounding the entrance, a testament to the admiration and love held for the Duchess. William adjusted his grip on the ceremonial sword he carried, a symbol of honor and protection. Kate placed a hand lightly on William's arm, grounding him in that shared moment of reflection. Their coordinated actions demonstrated an intuitive understanding and deep respect for the ritual's significance. Throughout the event, the atmosphere was marked by an undercurrent of stoic yet heartfelt emotion. The royal family's careful balance of displaying decorum while allowing genuine feelings to surface resonated powerfully with those mourning the loss. The Duchess of Kent had been a figure of stability and kindness, and her farewell procession captured the affection felt towards her. The visual of Charles, William, and Kate leading this tribute emphasized the enduring nature of royal commitment to duty and family, even in moments of profound sadness. Behind the scenes, close advisors and palace staff ensured the procession adhered precisely to protocol, mindful of the symbolic import of every moment. The choreography had been rehearsed with attention to timing, placement, and movement, underscoring the importance of maintaining reverence and dignity throughout. The seamless flow of the procession, despite the emotional weight carried by all involved, spoke to the professionalism and dedication that often go unseen but are vital to royal ceremonies. This procession also highlighted the evolving roles within the royal family. Charles, soon to ascend to the throne himself, embodied the bridge between past and future. William and Kate represented a newer generation tasked with balancing tradition and modernity in their public and private lives. Their visible unity during the procession bore witness to this evolving narrative, reassuring the nation and the global community that the values of honor, respect, and familial love continue to be paramount. The collective grief shared among the mourners manifested in quiet gestures. A handkerchief dabbed to eyes, heads bowed in unison, or moments of silent prayer. Public onlookers lining the procession route whispered prayers and spoke softly among themselves, moved by the poignant scene unfolding before them. Such reactions underscored the Duchess of Kent's impact beyond palace walls, reflecting her role as a beloved public figure whose life intertwined significant moments of British history. Despite the emotional gravity, there was an undeniable sense of hope woven through the procession. The commitment of Charles, William, and Kate to carry forward the legacy of service and commitment that the Duchess of Kent embodied was palpable. Their leadership in this ritual, marked by solemn grace and genuine feeling, served as a beacon in a time of mourning. It subtly reassured all present that though one chapter closes, the story of dedication to duty continues unabated. The procession's conclusion saw Charles, William, and Kate respectfully stepping aside to allow pallbearers to carry the Duchess's coffin into the chapel. This final act in the public ceremony symbolized the transition from collective remembrance to personal reflection. The attendees prepared to enter the sanctuary for the official service, a moment charged with spiritual intimacy following the dignified public tribute. The seamless transition maintained the event's reverence, setting a contemplative tone for the hours ahead. The unfolding of this day offered a rare glimpse into the often private dimensions of royal life, revealing the sincere human emotions beneath public duty. Charles's leadership, William's steadiness, and Kate's grace formed a narrative thread that highlighted resilience blended with heartfelt mourning. Their procession honored the Duchess not only as a royal figure, but as a beloved family member, weaving together strands of history, emotion, and ceremonial grandeur into a tapestry of remembrance. As the chapel doors closed softly behind the procession, the scene gradually shifted focus towards the upcoming commemorative service. This next phase promised to deepen the reflections evoked by the morning's tribute, offering moments for speeches, prayers, and remembrances that would further illuminate the Duchess of Kent's legacy. The journey of remembrance continued, marked by a solemn mood, but also by the enduring warmth of shared honor and affection. The public had witnessed a moment where tradition met unvarnished humanity. Charles, William, and Kate's roles as procession leaders symbolized much more than duty. They were ambassadors of a family bound by love and shared history, navigating grief with a composite of strength and tenderness. This powerful tableau set the stage for the day's unfolding events, a journey through sorrow tempered by respect and hope. In the quiet aftermath of the procession, thoughts turned naturally to the forthcoming service and the array of individuals gathered to pay homage. The day's unfolding events would continue to reflect the complex interplay between public ceremony and private mourning characteristic of royal funerals. This balance is a testament to the royal family's enduring ability to connect with the broader community, inviting collective participation in moments of personal loss. With the procession complete and emotions stirred, attention now focused on the chapel, where voices would soon come together in solemn hymn and heartfelt eulogy. Charles, William, and Kate had laid the foundation for a day marked by deep remembrance and respectful tribute. Their example of grace under pressure would resonate throughout the service, offering a model of strength for all who mourn. As the ceremony moved inside, the narrative of honor and memory would unfold further, drawing those present into a shared experience of tribute and farewell. The Queen Consort's absence and its impact. The unexpected absence of Queen Camilla from the solemn funeral of the Duchess of Kent sent ripples through both the royal family and the public alike. Known for her steadfast support and visible presence at significant royal occasions, her decision to withdraw due to illness was met with a complex mixture of concern and curiosity. The timing of her illness, coinciding with such a momentous event, inevitably raised many questions about the internal dynamics of the royal household during this testing period. The Queen Consort's illness was officially described as a sudden but non-life-threatening condition that required immediate rest and careful monitoring. This prompt announcement aimed to quell speculation, yet it could not entirely prevent the public's vivid imagination from considering a variety of possibilities. Public reactions ranged from empathetic messages of support to more skeptical commentary, reflecting on the pressures faced by members of the monarchy. The intense media scrutiny surrounding her absence illuminated just how intertwined personal health and public duty are within the regal sphere. Camilla's absence placed a unique burden on her husband, King Charles and their son Prince William, alongside Catherine, the Princess of Wales, who stepped into the symbolic role of leading the funeral procession. The sight of the trio leading the mourners was both poignant and powerful, reinforcing the high level of responsibility they carry in moments of personal and national grief. Prince William, known for his quiet strength, appeared visibly moved, while King Charles maintained a solemn composure that spoke to his decades of experience in handling public loss and display of duty. This event also highlighted the delicate balance between personal grief and the necessity of public appearances for the royal family. Queen Camilla's health concerns and subsequent decision not to attend underscored the human side of royalty, often overshadowed by ceremonial expectations. The royal household had to navigate these choppy waters carefully to project unity and stability while respecting genuine health challenges, a task complicated by the ever-watchful eyes of the media and public. Behind the scenes, courtiers and advisors coordinated the changes in the funeral arrangements to accommodate the Queen Consort's absence smoothly. The meticulous planning required to adjust an event of such scale on short notice testifies to the professionalism embedded within the royal institution. This episode was a reminder that even revered traditions must sometimes bend to the realities of human fragility, prompting a discussion about the limits of duty when confronted by health crises. Moreover, the public's reaction shed light on the evolving relationship between the monarchy and the people it serves. Social media platforms became arenas for both sympathy and critique, reflecting how transparency about the royal family's vulnerabilities can foster connection but also invite scrutiny. Many expressed admiration for Camilla's previous attendance at significant events despite health challenges, deepening the sense of empathy surrounding her forced absence in this instance. For the royal family, managing the optics of such a sensitive absence required both strategic communication and genuine compassion. King Charles's own history with public expectations and personal adversity perhaps informed a measured response that balanced openness with dignity. The visible leadership of the younger generation in this moment was notable, signaling a gradual shift in the monarchy's public face while honoring long-standing traditions. The Duchess of Kent's funeral itself became a stage on which these familial dynamics played out with subtlety. The void created by Camilla's absence was palpable, but also filled with the resolute presence of her closest relatives, demonstrating the adaptability of the royal family amid unforeseen circumstances. Their conduct offered a reassuring image of continuity and reverence that resonated deeply with observers across the nation. The episode inevitably invited reflection on the role of health and mortality within a public life dedicated to service. Camilla's condition, though undisclosed in detail, symbolized the vulnerabilities that even the highest-ranking royals face. It highlighted the intersection of personal well-being and public expectation, an enduring tension that adds complexity to the often idealized perception of monarchy as unshakable and eternal. In the days following the funeral, updates on the Queen Consort's recovery were closely watched. Royal insiders emphasized the importance of rest and avoidance of undue stress, painting a picture of a family rallying around one another. This portrayal contributed to a narrative of human connection beneath the jewels and gowns, reminding the world that royals, too, encounter challenges that demand patience and care. The broader context of this event also included reflections on how the pandemic years shaped public understanding of illness and absence. The collective experience of uncertainty augmented empathy towards Camilla's situation, with many viewers drawing parallels between their own experiences and the royal family's response to health issues. Such parallels fostered a renewed sense of relatability that softened some of the blurriness often found between public spectacle and personal reality. Importantly, the Queen Consort's absence did not diminish the solemnity or respect afforded to the Duchess of Kent. The ceremony retained its dignified tone, enriched by poignant speeches and heartfelt tributes that emphasized the life and legacy of the departed. The royal family's decision to foreground Charles, William, and Catherine in leading the procession underscored a commitment to uphold tradition while adapting gracefully to unforeseen developments. This moment also served as a quiet testament to the resilience of the younger royals. Prince William and Catherine's increasing visibility in official roles reflected a generational transition gaining momentum. Their poised handling of this emotionally charged occasion demonstrated both respect for the past and readiness to shape the future of the monarchy in evolving and compassionate ways, providing reassurance during a moment of potential vulnerability. The absence of Queen Camilla punctuated the event with an unspoken reminder that even those who embody strength and continuity are subject to the uncertainties of health and circumstance. Her temporary withdrawal accentuated the interdependence of royal roles and the significance of mutual support within the family unit, inspiring both sympathy and admiration from the public who observed their every step with keen interest. Ultimately, this episode exposed the intricate choreography required when tradition intersects with the unpredictability of real life. The graceful navigation of Camilla's absence, through clear communication and restructured appearances, illustrated the monarchy's capacity to maintain dignity and poise under pressure. It underscored the delicate equilibrium between honoring protocol and acknowledging human limitation, a balancing act essential for the institution's relevance and empathy in the modern age. As the mourning period progressed, the royal family's focus remained on celebrating the Duchess of Kent's dedication and service, but the shadow cast by the Queen Consort's absence lingered in public discourse. The attention to her well-being highlighted the evolving recognition of mental and physical health within royal narratives. Recognizing that grandeur and vulnerability often coexist, shaping a more nuanced understanding of leadership and legacy. This interplay between absence and presence, between public duty and private health, created a multi-layered narrative that engaged audiences beyond the ceremony. It invited viewers to consider the humanity behind the pageantry and to reflect on the endurance required to fulfill royal responsibilities while confronting personal setbacks. The response set a precedent for empathetic engagement with future challenges faced by members of the monarchy. Looking forward, the event signaled ongoing shifts in the royal family's approach to public visibility and personal care. Queen Camilla's experience may influence future decisions about attendance at high-profile events, prompting a balance between steadfast presence and necessary reprieve. It also emphasized the importance of transparency and honest communication in maintaining public trust and emotional connection during times of hardship. In this intricate moment of mourning and management, King Charles, Prince William, and Catherine showed unified strength that echoed the enduring values of duty and respect. Their leadership during the procession not only honored the memory of the Duchess of Kent, but also reflected the growing prominence of a new generation, ready to carry the weight of tradition with compassion and adaptability. This gradual evolution promises to shape the monarchy's continuing story in meaningful ways. From the sadness surrounding the Duchess of Kent's passing to the challenges imposed by the Queen Consort's illness, the narrative unfolded with depth and sensitivity. It revealed the intertwined realities of legacy and resilience, of public expectation and personal vulnerability, all framed within the grand tapestry of royal life. This interlude of absence thus became a powerful chapter in understanding the complex human dimensions beneath the crown. As reflection simmered and anticipation built for subsequent developments, the royal family prepared to move forward, mindful of both the past they honor and the future they will shape. The delicate balance struck in these moments of tension and tenderness sets the stage for continuing stories of leadership, love, and the enduring impact of personal choices on public roles. With these considerations in mind, focus naturally shifts toward the unfolding progress of the family's journey beyond mourning. Reflecting on the Duchess of Kent's legacy and public mourning, the life of the Duchess of Kent was one marked by grace, dignity, and an unwavering dedication to public service. Her journey through royal duties and personal challenges shaped her into a figure beloved by many across the nation. As the procession led solemnly by Charles, William, and Kate moved forward, it was not merely a ritual, but a heartfelt tribute reflecting decades of influence and compassion that the Duchess had embodied. Her legacy lives on in the countless lives she touched and the traditions she helped preserve. From the early days of her marriage into the royal family, the Duchess of Kent took on her responsibilities with a genuine sense of purpose. She was known for her commitment to charity work, particularly in areas related to education and healthcare. Her support for organizations focused on children and the elderly showcased her empathetic nature. It was this blend of public duty and personal warmth that endeared her to both the monarchy and the public alike, creating bonds that transcended formal titles. Her presence at countless events and ceremonies often stood as a symbol of continuity and steadfastness. Whether attending state occasions or smaller community gatherings, the Duchess carried herself with a quiet strength. Her ability to connect with people on a personal level, be it through a simple smile or attentive conversation, made her a cherished figure beyond the royal circles. This unique accessibility contributed greatly to the affection shown during the mourning period. The decision of Queen Camilla to withdraw from the procession due to illness added a somber note, yet it underscored the respect and gravity of the occasion. In her absence, Charles, William, and Kate took the lead, demonstrating the deep familial and institutional reverence they held for the Duchess of Kent. Each step of the procession was imbued with a collective sorrow, mixed with the celebration of a life well lived, reminding everyone present of the fragility and preciousness of time. Public mourning unfolded on a scale reflecting the Duchess's widespread impact. Across towns and cities, gentle waves of grief were visible in the quiet reflection of citizens and the floral tributes that adorned public spaces. Media coverage captured stories from individuals whose lives had been changed by her charitable endeavors or moments of kindness. These testimonials painted a vivid picture of a woman whose influence extended far beyond the royal estates, touching ordinary lives in extraordinary ways. The Duchess's commitment to education initiatives was particularly noteworthy. She championed programs that aimed to improve access and quality for disadvantaged children, believing passionately in the transformative power of knowledge. Her vision helped fund scholarships and establish partnerships that continue to thrive in her memory. This dedication not only opened doors for many, but also inspired others in public life to prioritize educational reform and support. In healthcare, she was a compassionate advocate for improved services and patient care. Her patronage of hospitals and health charities often brought much-needed attention and funds to their causes. The Duchess's visits to medical facilities were not merely ceremonial. She was genuinely interested in the well-being of patients and staff alike. Her hands-on approach and heartfelt engagement left lasting impressions and encouraged greater community involvement in health-related projects. Her personal qualities shone brightest amid adversity. Despite the pressures of royal expectations, she maintained an authenticity that resonated with people. Stories of her humility and kindness were repeated in conversations throughout the mourning period. These narratives helped solidify her image as more than a figurehead, revealing a woman of substance whose character inspired respect and admiration. Family members present at the procession conveyed a profound sense of loss, yet also a firm resolve to honor the Duchess's memory through continued service. Charles's stoic expression, William's quiet reflection, and Kate's composed strength illustrated the depth of their connection with the late Duchess. Together, they represented a bridge between past traditions and future aspirations for the royal family, embodying shared values and a collective commitment to public good. In the days following the funeral, memorial events and charity drives flourished, further cementing the Duchess's legacy. These initiatives served as reminders not only of her contributions, but also of the enduring spirit she instilled in others. The combined effort of royal efforts and public participation exemplified the unity her life had fostered, a powerful testament to how one individual's dedication can ripple through communities for generations. The artistic and cultural tributes also played a significant role in preserving her memory. Portraits, exhibitions, and commissioned works celebrated her life and achievements, bringing to light the personal side of her royal journey. These endeavors created new spaces for reflection and appreciation, allowing people to engage with her story in meaningful ways beyond the fleeting moment of mourning. Throughout the mourning period, media outlets carefully balanced respect with storytelling, providing audiences with insights into the Duchess's multifaceted life. Interviews with close friends and officials highlighted lesser-known aspects of her influence and character. This comprehensive coverage enriched public understanding and deepened emotional connections, transforming grief into a shared remembrance. The Duchess of Kent's legacy is not simply a historical account, but a living presence in ongoing charitable missions and royal traditions. Her example inspires current and future generations to approach public service with empathy and dedication. As the procession ended and the nation began to heal, the collective memory of her kindness and strength remained a guiding light for many. Reflecting on this poignant moment, it becomes clear that the Duchess's impact was woven into the fabric of the nation in ways that words cannot fully capture. The procession led by her closest family members was both an end and a beginning, a farewell accompanied by a pledge to carry her values forward. This chapter in royal history will be remembered not only for its solemnity, but also for the enduring spirit it celebrated and passed on. As we transition from this profound tribute, attention turns to the continuing evolution of the royal family's role in modern society, shaped in part by legacies such as hers. The journey from remembrance to renewed purpose invites exploration, setting the stage for the next chapter of resilience and adaptation in the ever-changing world of monarchy.